welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Oak Empath, and I just like doing these little talks to know how I feel about things. Well, that was interesting. Right when the video started, my eye was twitching, and I was like, what are you thinking about right now? And see, I pay attention to everything. I'm like an esoteric Sherlock, right? Because I'm not just getting data information from my 3D current situation. I'm tapping into all the senses I got of this plane and other planes too. Benno, what you mad about? You were the one who wanted to be the co-host. What are you pissy for? Huh? You just started whining. Everybody's all in their feels, man. Everyone's extra sensitive. I know it's harder for me when they're sensitive because I ain't real good at things and people sometimes when they're not good at handling their own emotions. I was talking about that with a buddy today. She said something like, she's like, I'm not real good when people cry, like, a lot. And I'm like, I'm not either. It's like, soothe yourselves, motherfucker. When it gets to a point like that where they go on and on and on, I mean, I understand about emotions and processing, and I'm a big old crybaby too. At some point there's got to be an end, you know. When someone is like going on so long, it's like, is this my new norm? You know, I'm talking like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours of inconsolable. You know, at some point people need to learn how to console themselves, and that's what this time and age is coming into, and it's quite miraculous. It's kind of neat too, because so many people are, man. A lot of people are leveling up. A lot of people are leveling up. I just need to focus on the people leveling up, not the people that are staying in the old behavior patterns that keep them grounded to this 3D Earth. You know, people want to keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. They can do that. I'll be over here trying different stuff because sometimes things don't work. Anyway, I had a real good meditate state today. Got to go down for about an hour and a half. I went because I know I did one whole one, and then it like broke, and then another one started, and I got like 20 minutes in. So I had a lot of really cool realizations, and that's the thing, is the way reincarnation works. So many people are passing on right now. So many people in this, like in the last year, I know people die. I know a lot of people, and I know a lot of people that are just, so many people are dying. People are reincarnating, and that's the thing, is so many people don't believe in reincarnation. I don't understand it because it's such a beautiful storyline. And the more people start looking at things, the stronger the belief in it becomes, and the more power it gains. And that's same. And right now, people are experiencing that with things like Mercury retrograde, because more people are hearing Mercury retrograde. I mean, it's on MSN.com. People are talking, and it's in mainstream now. Astrology is becoming mainstream, and once more people start looking at it and becoming self-aware, then this is when the real change in the world is going to begin, because they're going to start changing within themselves. Is what the goal is, as above, so below. In my meditate state, I was seeing, you know, because the way I look at it, I wish I could picture, maybe one day I'll do a cartoon or something of how I visualize how reincarnation works. It's like your last breath. You don't know it's your last breath. You're in an altered higher dimension. That's why usually when people pass on the last few days, their welcome committee is there. You know, because our welcome committee is always around us. They're our guardians. They're our family. They're our spirit. They're our soul tribe. Our like attracts like, you know, and you may not always see eye to eye with the like attracts like, but you incarnate and have experiences with the same people and spirits, you know. Like my dog Tucker reminds me of my grandpa Butch, who had polio when he was a young man and came through that, you know. He came from a puppy mill, you know. He was hurt. My grandpa had a lot of trouble with alcoholism, and I got that gene, and that's why I don't drink. You know, I stopped that karmic line, that family line. I will stop any abuse related. I will try to. Maybe I'll fail. I have before, you know. I drank after 13 years. It's what alcoholics do. You should be more surprised when we don't drink than when we do. Duh. Anyway, so I see it as people take their last breath, and then it goes out into the solar system, you know, into your soul family. Your like attracts like, and that's where you hang out as a supernova, and you're doing your dances and cosmic, you know, whatnot, and then you have that consciousness, and you incarnate we incarnate on Earth to learn lessons. And every lesson that we learn is supposed to get us less dense, free us of our ego. And I look at the ego as like Ebenezer Scrooge and like the Christmas Carol story, the chain guys. That's our ego stuff. That's all the money, property, and prestige, all the people we hurt, all the karmic retribution that we, cosmic baggage that we weigh ourselves down, just being a freaking jerk and human opportunistic pig of a human being, you know, just by not expressing our feelings and being mean to people because we feel a kind of way, you know. But the thing is the gig is up because more people are starting to recognize feelings, emotions. We're starting to, and people like me will call people on it. Like, why? What's your real deal? Why are you really being a jerk? Do I remind you of somebody? Because did I ever do anything to you personally? What's your beef? You know, let's hash it out. So, anyway, people aren't ready for that kind of truth because, I mean, I don't know. More they are, the more they see me. But anyway, so then people, you know, and I know so many people that are freaking have a lot. There's high turnover right now in the spirit world right now. We'll just say that right now. Somebody's being celebrated today, you know, and that celebration's going to be wild, you know, and they're going to have a good time of remembrance of life. And that's the thing is if you pay attention, you know, look at the new spirits that are coming in your family, and they remind you of that Uncle Buck, you know. But the thing of it is that when they leave, you know, sometimes Uncle Bucks are dirty pervs, you know, and they have that negative. So if they, you know, and so sometimes spirits come in with the karma from past lives, and it makes them dark, you know. Ain't everybody born freaking? That's questionable if everybody's. It's hard to tell. Believe in a multi-universe, multi-dimensional experience. So it's hard to, yeah, I'm sure there's a timeline that exists that's how it is. Who knows? I ain't gonna try and, I don't know. There's so many stories because everybody has a consciousness and everybody has a point of view of the same story. So we reincarnate and we're supposed, you know, and a lot of people are like, because, you know, TV shows mimic life and life mimics TV shows, and it's because it's all shared consciousness, you know. And I've been watching The Prodigal Son, and there's a storyline. It's a young 12-year-old psychopath, you know, or, yeah, a sadist. And there's a lot of sadists, you know, people that are so void from their emotions and so untouched with their emotions that they don't care about the physical harm and mutilation that they cause on other people because they don't feel, it's twisted psyche, you know. And some people like me are like I'm a profiler. Sure, you could call me that if you want. I fall in that definition. I read people. I'm a Hale empath, you know, and I see the darkness because my spectrum is full spectrum. I've been a part of a lot of dark things because when I was a kid, things happened to me, so I know what bad people feel like, and I just try and teach people how to read those bad vibes to keep themselves safe, because the freaking crazy are only getting crazier. They're only getting more disheveled, and they're getting more bold because they don't got nothing to lose, so the people want to go out with them in a blaze of glory, so to speak. So I just want people to be safe, you know. But a lot of parents are reporting, you know, like, those 12-year-old girls that killed that, or not, she didn't die. That girl with the Slender Man, she lived 19 times she was stabbed. She lived. That was a Mandela effect to me. I thought she died, but she lived. And you know, and but I mean, even the girl, I mean, there's red flags all over the place. People just don't listen to themselves, and then something bad happens. I just really want to press that people really need to listen to themselves. So I just think it's great that, you know, people take they reincarnate, and we're just supposed to free ourselves of freaking doing freaking jerky stuff and just be good to one another. And if once everybody starts being good to one another, man, the possibilities are endless. Because cooperation is nature's way, you know. I get a lot of really cool pictures of animals because I vibe high and I know how to be still and quiet and just be a part of their environment, and they just live their lives and know that I'm not going to be cause them any harm. That's why I get cool pictures of animals, you know, because the higher you vibe, the more in line with nature you get, the more freaking gifts you get. It's freaking amazing. That's when people start seeing, you know, um, that's why kids see freaking their grandparents and stuff, because kids are purity, like, you know, spirits and higher unearthly dimensions. You know, that's why, and their heart connected. It's, and the kids will continue to see their loved ones. It's the parents that say, no, you don't see that, ghosts aren't real, and blah blah blah, all that stuff. So then they start tuning it out, and then they're ground to the earthliness that, and freaking all that. Just go to college grades, all that bull crap that doesn't count for nothing. So, but it's cool because people are becoming reincarnated. They're being born now, and then they're remembering who they and what they were in their incarnation, last incarnation. So, they're being able to clean their karma up earlier to get on the path of awakening. Because my story is pretty cool, but I don't know. That's why, but we are in the midst of a mass awakening right now, and some people don't wake up good. Some people, you know, are gonna have traumatic, you know, experiences with their wake up, and that's what I'm here to help with the shadow work, because it ain't all love and light, folks. Hope you have a rad evening. Peace.